for E-Date Beta has finally come and go, unfortunately. And yeah, I loved it. I loved every single moment of this entire beta. This has become like a century, about 7 years since the last Gears of War game, which was Gears of War 5, or Gears 5 as they call it. And it was alright. Anyways, enough of that. We're here to talk about the multiplayer and the Horde Siege mode, which is where I spent most of my time, if not all the time, in the span of this beta here. We're going to talk about Horde Siege first, and then move on to the multiplayer section. That was a mess. I'm sorry. Can you tell I don't script these videos at all? So Beta Horde Siege takes place in the Golden Corridor map, which is already a pretty big map with tons of side effects that range from closing wormholes and all sorts of things. It's pretty huge. You got a pretty huge area to go around, and there's 2 other squads in this mode. This mode is replacing Horde, which is a franchise staple at this point, starting all the way back in Gears of War 2, but this time much bigger, and honestly, I love this mode. It is very good. I wasn't really sure what to expect going into it, because I thought this was going to be like a big arena area where we hold it down with 12 players, and they're occasionally going to throw like a big old boss like the Brumok or something. But no, it actually was something entirely different, and I enjoy it very much. This game mode, oh my goodness. It is its peak. I don't know what else to say. It's just peak. Then at the side objectives that you can do is eliminating these high-value target individuals. Targets can range from your boomers, grinders, these new ones called flayers who carry a gore hook, which are a pain to deal with if you're playing on a century difficulty. And to help you out in this new mode, you have all sorts of tools to help you, like weapons. You got your classic hammer burst, retro lancer prototype, the masher and snub pistol, frag grenades, stun grenades, and concussion grenades, while also bringing in quite a few new toys to play with, such as the aforementioned gore hook, which allows you to spin out 2 hooks to kill and rip apart your enemies to little pieces and send them flying. Yoink! Give me a flesh. I made it more than new. To live. You have the heavy boom shot, which what I'm seeing replaces the normal boom shot that you would be able to take around with you, but instead trading it for a bigger variant of it that acts like a turret. You got the Ripper, which is essentially what the Claw would have been like if it was actually good back in Gears of War 5. Oh, and you also have my absolute favorite new weapon in this game, the Incinerator. And Jesus, oh my god, I want to make love to this gun, oh my god. Pick it up. This Loki shotgun is a double triple barrel, shotgun that fires emulsion rounds, which is essentially just makes it fiery. It makes it dragon's breath, and it's just glorious. Oh my god. It's glorious, it's beautiful. I started up with my 3 Chilwagas every single time. The only downside is that it's a charge weapon, but it makes sense considering if it wasn't a charge weapon, it would be very overpowered as it can kill things in usually 1 hit or 2, depending on the difficulty that you're playing. Well, okay, so that's a lot. Let's take a break here. Let's talk about the enemy types because there's quite a few. I've already mentioned the grinders, the door hooking ones, and the boomer. Now, there's a couple new ones that I haven't mentioned here, so let's go over them. That's your usual look is the drones, grenadiers, boomers, and then you got a couple new ones like this weird octopus elephant sounding creature that spawns little balloon thingies that spit weaponry at you or whatever, spits fire. I don't know what they shoot, man, but they're annoying and I hate them. You also got, surprisingly enough, Cedars. That's right. You can fight a cedar in this game, and how you defeat that is just launching a grenade into its e-hole, or a grub hole, as I like to call it, and just blow it up, which makes them turn around and poke their head out that isn't armored compared to their other head, which is armored, and nothing can really hurt it, except for grenades, I guess. And there's also the Biofrog, which is a new enemy type, which you can also throw grenades into its mouth or boomshot it while it's opening its mouth, which is what I did multiple times. And yeah, ultimately kills it in like 5 hits or so. It's a cool enemy, honestly. I like these enemies. I like to kill it with my incinerator. Movement. Let's talk about movement. The movement in this game, it is clean. It is super clean. Big fan of it.
This game just feels so nice.
Controls are so smooth, so swift. It did take a while to get used to not holding A to run instead of having to click on the left stick to run now, because, you know, for about over a decade now, every single player has been running with the A button, just holding it down, because that's what the running button was in the past games for like 20 years now. And today, this year, they decided to change it to make it the left stick, and you no longer runny run, which could make or break it for you, which honestly, I don't think it should. And that would be a really dumb reason to not play this game because of a simple change like, wow, I'm looking at you, random predator. You are dumb. There's also sliding in the game as well, which is, it's very satisfying to pull off and kill an enemy whenever you do it. It is very, very, very satisfying. Can you tell I'm not doing the script for this? I hate scripts, but honestly, you kind of need a script sometimes, but I am not going to do that, because I am not smart enough to write a script for my videos. Now, of course, it being a beta, there's going to be some bugs and some game breaking ones at that, which is very frustrating, but I can't blame it since it's a beta. For instance, there was a game in where the rig that you had to activate in order to continue the game it just didn't let you start it at all. This happened twice, and this happened twice when I was playing with a friend a couple days ago, and earlier today when I was playing for the last couple minutes before the beta went off, and it just wouldn't start. So I went to exit the game. That was when the beta ended, and I became a very sad robot. And there's also a couple funny bugs here. Like, for instance, my buddy here, Red, asked me about this here.
Is this guy stuck in the ground for you too, Monkey?
Oh my goodness. How could this have happened? We must kill him. This must be a bit problematic. What do we do with him?
Give him some grenades to kill himself with.
Like I said.
I think what happened was I interrupted that boom shot's execution of it, right?
I didn't think he had picked it up. Yeah, that's a cog soldier just eternally stuck on the ground. We couldn't really do anything to help him. I tried to give him grenades, but I guess he just couldn't take it, and eventually he just had to quit the game, which is tragic, honestly. He just started the game, see, this is the beginning of the match, and he had to restart. Tragic. Yeah, I mean, Horde Siege. That's Horde Siege. You can just run around, shoot enemies, do set objectives, possibly take down bosses like the Corpsor or Brumok, and it is a lot of fun. I love that game mode so much. It's such a fun game mode. I can't wait to see what other maps there's going to be for Horde Siege, or what more maps they're going to decide to add. I personally really hope that there's like an underground area, like in a Nexus, which I don't see happening considering Nexus wasn't until the second game, but you know, a Horde Siege and multiplayer, as far as I know, is non-canon, so you know, they could do it, and I would be very happy. Now, let's move on to the PvP side of things, multiplayer / versus. But before that, let's take one more break before finishing up this video. Now, let's move on to the PvP section of this video. Now, I'm very rusty when it comes to Gears of War Online versus modes, so the last Gears of War game I played a versus mode like a lot was Gears of War 3, when it was a very young machine. and it didn't really work out for me, but hey, I prestiged, I think, if memory serves me right. So PvP has two maps, a market area and this forgotten abandoned base area, which are the only maps you can play in multiplayer at the moment. So here's the gist of what happened on this fateful night. I was against a level 10, not too difficult, a level 39, which is scary, and two level 50s, which I was paired with a level 7, one level 1, and a level 14. I was level 29, which isn't a good sign. But you know me, and considering these factors, I had no choice but to lock in. What I would have said if I was actually good at this game. Yeah, I didn't really do so well. I got 12 kills and 14 deaths, which is tragic. So next game, I had to pull some miracle stuff. I had to put in the work. I had to chase enemies down and all that stuff. So my next map was the Outpost map, and I knew this time I would lock in. I got 16 kills and 9 deaths, which is way better than my previous match. Right, pat myself on the back on that one. Now, I'm very excited to see how this game is gonna look at launch, and I cannot wait. This game is just peak. I love this game. I love the franchise as a whole. As a fan of Gears of War for pretty much 15 years, something like that. 15 or 14 years, give it that. You don't believe me? Bam, here's my proof. Here's my achievements that I grabbed on the day that it happened, which is somewhere like, 2012, 13 or something like that? There you go. So as a long-time Gears fan, it makes me very happy to see that this game is as good as it is, despite its flaws here with the bugs, but I'm sure those will get fixed when the game actually launches. So I guess my final thoughts is, we are so back, my fellow Gears. This game is beautiful, and if you haven't played the beta relaunches on August 13th. So Thursday, of the recording of this video at least, I'm recording this on the 10th of August. So, that's all I got for today. I will see you on October 13th, and I will see you on October 10th when the game launches. My grubby little hands will be all over Horde Siege, which is where you will see me most of the time. Goodbye!